Good morning, Michelle Saxman here, and ready to share with you some time with Jesus Calling by Sarah Young on December the 16th. I am speaking in the depths. This is an inside job. He is already in there, already talking, speaking words of life and peace and joy and hope. But as long as we have this brain trained, all this clamor, all this clang, and all this busyness, we do not hear the stillness of the voice in our hearts because everything of the culture and the mind is drifting by default. So, mindset, setting the intention to start our day fanning His flame, His peace, His joy, His love, His hope, His light that is within us. And then we are filled up. My glory then brightens the world around you. You guys, this is not about being perfect. This is knowing His love is the only thing perfect in my life. He actually shines through my brokenness, through my cracks, through my weaknesses. So no shame in any of that, but yet we can submit wholeheartedly either to, again, we cannot have two masters. It's either going to be the taskmaster of the work ethic or it is going to be the taskmaster of the peacemaker. And we are going to be either too busy, all this noise, the brain train going, fear, doubt, worry, planning, controlling, complaining, all of that, or learning to cultivate this environment of peace that is within us. I am speaking in the depths, cultivating, allowing Him to pull the weeds and the debris. Actually, we're the ones that get to pull the weeds and the debris. He just allows us to shine the light on those. So the first reading for today is Psalm chapter 119, verse 64. The earth is filled with your love, O Lord. Teach me your decrees. This is Appreciative Inquiry. And I also have been thinking about this, you guys, of all of His creation and the light and the darkness and the birds of the sky, the animals of the sea, all of creation and the flowers and trees and the balance of oxygen and nitrogen and nutrients and the soil and all of His creation. We in our human form, I think, are a bit narcissistic and we think everything revolves around us. And when we pull back and look at the magnificence of His creation and the balance that already takes place in the universe without us lifting a finger, and chaos seems to be when we get involved. So the earth is filled with your love. The next reading is Isaiah chapter 50, verse 4. The sovereign Lord has given me an instructed tongue to know the word that sustains the weary. He wakens me morning by morning, wakens my ear to listen like one being taught. That to me is making sure we are speaking life and love over ourselves. No self-condemnation, speaking, keeping ourselves shackled to shame. This is Isaiah. This is the prophet. He is telling us what is to come. So, sovereign Lord, give me an instructed tongue. Allow me to speak life. Know what those sustaining words are, not words that speak death and put the people back in the grave or keep myself in a prison. The next reading is Revelation chapter 2, verse 4. Yet I hold this against you. You have forsaken your first love. Being really careful. What is our first love? What is our taskmaster? And allowing that love, that perfect love within us to be the love that we too are chasing. And again, not love is defined by the culture. That tends to be things in the physical. I love my eyes, my hair, my body, my job, my house. No. In order to us to truly love ourselves, that's what Jesus said when He was leaving. Love your brother as yourself. Love your neighbor as yourself. Loving ourselves the way He loves us, we can then love out onto others. And then the final reading, back to Isaiah chapter 60, verse 2. See, darkness covers the earth, and thick darkness is over the peoples, but the Lord rises upon you, and His glory appears over you. That contrast of darkness, living in the grave. They were actually in captivity. Darkness covers the earth. Thick darkness over the people. Know that contrast. I think that's one of the greatest things with the quadrant living that God had shared with me is not only where am I when I am in the darkness, when I am in the culture, when I am in the grave, filled with doubt and fear, complaining, shackles of shame, when my wheels are spinning and the brain train is that of the ego or the culture, and then knowing that I can also have this contrast to see it in others, making sure that I don't drift below that lifeline, that I don't allow them to control me and pull me down. So acknowledging, seeing the darkness that covers, but the Lord rises above, living our life out of the grave, called out of the grave, just called out of the grave, just like Lazarus, shaking all the lies of the culture so we can live fully in the light. Y'all have a super blessed day. Stay connected to the vine, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.